Hello, good day viewers. You're welcome to today's class. I remain your tutor at Shevandi. So today I'm going to begin with the series for the NECO Essay 2024 mathematics questions. We'll solve all the questions in series. So I'll be dropping one video each, the solution. So let's begin with the first question, which reads, solve the following pair of equations. 4a plus 12b is equals to 16. And we have 2a plus 3b is equals to 7. So we are asked to find the positive value of k, given that a plus b is equal to k squared. So looking at this question, we have two equations. We have equation 1 and also we have equation 2. So this equation is known as simultaneous equation. We can use the elimination method or the substitution method to solve this question. So we have to get the values for a and b. When we get the values, we add them up and equate to k. And that will give us the value. We simplify and get the value for k. So let's begin. So for the purpose of this class, we are going to use substitution method to solve this question. So solving this, we take equation 1, which is 4a plus 12b is equals to 16. So we make a the subject of formula here. So here becomes 4a is equals to 16 minus 12b. Okay. So from here, this is the same thing as dividing both sides by 4. That's to make a the subject of formula. 4 cancels 4. We are left with a is equals to 16 minus 12b over 4. So in mathematics, this is interpreted as 16 over 4, okay, minus what we have at the numerator also, 12b minus 4. So mathematically, this is the same as saying a is equals to 16 divided by 4, also minus 12b divided by 4. So at this point, we'll break down this to the lowest term. 4 here is 1 and 4 here is 4. 4 here is 1 and 4 here is 3. So what we are left with is a is equals to 4 minus 3b. So this is equation. We call this our new equation 3. So from this equation 3 now, we substitute it into equation 2. So we're going to substitute the value of a into equation 2. And we know that equation 3 is what? 2a plus 3b equals to 7. So now let's substitute. When we substitute, we have 2 open bracket a, which is 4 minus 3b, close bracket, plus 3b is equals to 7. And so we're going to expand the bracket. That means we're going to remove the bracket. So here we have 2 times 4. Here we're going to have 8 minus 2 times 3b. Here we have 6b plus 3b is equal to 7. So we simplify here. We have 8 minus 6b plus 3b gives us a value of minus 3b equals to 7. So we collect like terms. We have 8 minus 7 is equal to 3b. So 8 minus 7 gives us 1. So we have 1 is equals to 3b. For us to get the value of b at this point, all we need to do is to divide both the right hand and the left hand side by the coefficient of b, which is the unknown. And the coefficient is 3. So we divide both sides by 3. Okay, so 3 cancels 3 here. We have b is equals to 1 over 3. So we have the value for b. Now we get the value for a, and for us to get the value for a, we visit the equation 3, which is, so you see from equation 3, we have a is equals to 4 minus 3b, right? We're substituting the value of b into the equation 3. This becomes a is equals to 4 minus 3 multiplied by 1 over 3, which is the value for b we have gotten. So we simplify here and get the value for a. So we have a is equal to 4 minus 3 times 1 here is 3. So we have 3 over 3. So we simplify by saying a is equals to 4 minus 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we have our value 4 minus 1, which gives us the value for 3. So that means the value of a is equals to 3 and the value for b is equal to 1 over 3. But we come back to the condition given in the question, which says that we should find the positive value of k given this condition. So the condition is a plus b is equals to k squared. So all we need to do at this point is to substitute in the values of a and b we have gotten to get the value for k. So this becomes a, which is 3 plus b 1 over 3 is equals to k squared. From here, we can simplify this by saying this is the same as saying 3 over 1, right? So the LCM here is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 3 divided by 3 is 1. Times 1 is 1. Is equals to k squared. So we have 9 plus 1 here is 10 over 3 is equal to k squared. This is not the final value for k. This is just the answer for k squared. So for us to get the value for k at this point, all we need to do is to take the square root of both sides. So we take the square root of both the left and the right hand side. That makes this square cancel out the square root. So we are left with k is equals to the square root of 10 over 3. So punching our calculator, when we take the square root of 10 divided by 3, that will give us a value of 1.825. So this is the final answer. So viewers, as you can see from the board, this is the solution to question number 1 of NECO essay 2024 question. 8 and 64 over 27 respectively. So we are asked 2 questions under this. First, we are to find the common ratio, and secondly, we are to find the first term. So let's begin. So the first thing we need to note is the nth term of a geometric progression, the formula which is given as Tn is equals to ar raised to the power of n minus 1. So now interpreting the question that has been provided, it says that the fourth term, that means n is equals to 4. For the fourth term, that is C4, we have the value to be 8. And also for the seventh term, when n is equals to 7, that means the seventh term is equal to 64 over 27. So all we need to do now is to substitute in these values into this formula. So for the first one, we have Tn, which is 4, is equals to ar raised to the power of 4 minus 1. This is equal to 8, okay, because this is the value. So we simplify this, we have ar to the power of 4 minus 1 here is 3 equals to 8. So we call this equation 1. So we'll move on to the next values given. For when n is equals to 7, we also substitute the values into this formula. So we have T7 is equal to ar raised to the power of 7 minus 1. That is the n here, which is 7. So we have T7 is 64 over 27. So we simplify this as well. We have ar to the power of 6 is equals to 64 over 27. So we call this equation 2. So we have 2 equations here now. What we do at this point is for us to solve the 2 equations and get the value of r from here. So from here, all we need to do is to divide equation 2 by 1, okay? We divide equation 2 by equation 1. So this becomes equation 2, which is ar raised to the power of 6 is equals to 64 over 27, okay, divided by equation 1, which is ar raised to the power of 3, and which is equal to 8. So looking at this, from this point here, a we cancel a, r to the power of 3 we cancel 3r, 3 here, so we are going to be left with r to the power of 3 is equals to 64 over 27 all over 8. So we can simplify this here. We are going to have r raised to the power 3 is equals to 64 over 27. This line here is the line of division. This becomes divided by 8. In mathematics, we can also take this as r raised to the power 3 is equals to 64 over 27. So this division, now when we take the reciprocal, becomes times 1 over 8. So all we need to do at this point now is to take these values to the lowest term. So we have 8 here 1, 8 here is 8. So here we have r to the power of 3 is equals to 8 times 1, 8 at the numerator. At the denominator, we have 27 times 1 here, which is 27. So for us to get the value for r, all we need to do is to take these values at the numerator and denominator to the power of 3. So this becomes r to the power of 3 is equals to 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 gives us 8 here. And this 27, we have 3 to the power of 3. So this is the same as saying r raised to the power of 3 is equal to Here we have 2 over 3 raised to the power of 3. So at this point here, the powers are the same, so they can cancel out. The powers cancel out, so we have r is equals to 2 over 3. Okay? And this is the value for the common ratio. This answers the first question, which is for the common ratio. Now let's move on to the next one, which is for us to find the first term. The first term is A. A is the first term. Okay, so this is the unknown. So we can pick either equation 1 or we can pick equation 2. Any of our choice we give, and all we need to do when we pick the equation, we look for the value for A by substituting the value for the common ratio R as 2 over 3. So let's pick equation 1. Equation 1, which is AR raised to the power of 3 is equals to 8. So all we need to do at this point now is substituting the value of R into this equation. So this becomes A open bracket R, which is 2 over 3, raised to the power of 3 is equal to 8. Okay, so simplifying this, we have A open bracket 2 to the power of 3 is 8 over 3 to the power of 3 is 27. So we have 27 here equals to 8. So we'll simplify this. This is A times 8 here is going to give us 8A over 27 is equals to 8. So this is the same as saying 8 over 1, right? So at this point, we can simply cross multiply. So what we do here is we cross multiply. We have 8A times 1 is 8A. Then we have 8 times 27. Okay, so this becomes 8A is equal to 8 times 27 is 216. So we divide both sides by 8, which is the coefficient of the unknown variable. So 8 cancels 8 here 1, and 8 here is 27. So we have A equals to 27, and this is the value for the first term. Okay, so as an activity for you, my learners, we can try to substitute in the value for R into equation 2 and see if we are going to have the same answer for the first term as 27. Okay, so you can try that as an activity. So viewers, thank you for watching. See you in the next class. The question reads, this is question 2b, which reads, express 4231 in base 5 in binary. So when you hear the word binary, this simply means you're converting to base 10. So let's begin. All we need to do is to bring out the figures, which is 4231. So in number base, the first thing we do is for us to number the figures from our right hand side substitute from 0. So this becomes 0, 1, 2, 3. You indicate the numbers at the top. So now we take this to binary, which is to base 10, by considering the base, which is base 5. So the first number here is 4. So this is 4 times the base, which is 5, to the power of 3. Okay, so that's how we keep simplifying to the last figure. So this is plus the next figure, which is 2 times the base again 5, which has a power of 2, plus the next figure there, which is 3 times the base 5 to the power of 1. Okay, then plus the last figure, which is 1 times the base 5 to the power of 0. Okay, so we have to study this step for more clarification. So moving on, all we need to do here, the next step now is to simplify. So this becomes 4 times 5 to the power of 3 is 125. Okay, plus the next one, which is 2 times 5 to the power of 2, which is 5 times 5 is 25, plus 3 times 5 to the power of 1, that means 5 in just one place, which is 5, plus 1 times 5 to the power of 0 is 1. So kindly note that any number to the power of 0 in mathematics is 1. Okay, so let's simplify further. 4 times 125 gives us 500, plus 2 times 25 is 50, plus 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 times 1 is 1. So we take the sum of all these numbers here, and this gives us a value of 566. Okay, so this is the final answer, but we have to indicate that this is in base 10 because we've converted 4231 to binary, which is 566 in base 10. So this is just as simple as that. If you have any question, kindly drop the question in the comment section. See you in the next class as we move on to question number 3.